Alright, end of turn 7, ANZAC, Dutch, and French. The ANZACs are the only ones with any money. They have 15 IPCs. They're going to use it. 14 to buy an infantry, an artillery, and a transport. There are only 2 attacks. The transport in C-Zone 44 is going to pick up the artillery and the Celebes, go up to Formosa and take Formosa with no resistance. In New South Wales, the artillery is going to get on the boat. Boat's going to go up to 54, pick up an infantry, and they're both going to go 1-2 to C-Zone 33 and try and take the Caroline Islands. So that's the only battle that actually needs to be rolled, so let's get right to it. Okay, for the attack on the Caroline Islands, the HMAS Canimbla is dropping off an infantry and an artillery. The Japanese are defending with an infantry and an anti-aircraft gun, which doesn't get to fire but can be taken as a casualty. So 2 twos, 1 hit, so that's the AA gun. Miss. 2 hits, only needed 1. Battle over. But they did get a hit, so the Aussies lost an infantry but took the territory. Okay, we'll start with French non-combat movement. The destroyer in C-Zone 111 is going to move back to C-Zone 110 and rejoin the rest of the fleet. The infantry in Albania is going to move north into Yugoslavia and join the South Africans. The transport with the 2 Australian units on it is going to continue moving east and end up in C-Zone 39. The ANZAC infantry in Burma is going to move into Shan State, and the 3 Dutch units, the infantry, artillery, and anti-aircraft, are also going to move into Shan State. The Dutch transport is going to move over to C-Zone 37. The naval units in C-Zone 44, the fully loaded carrier, the cruiser, are going to move to C-Zone 46, as are the sub and the destroyer from 54. Other than that, though, I think that's all the movement. So let me tidy this up. We'll be back with placements. Sorry, the 2 Aussie infantry in Guangxi are going to move forward into Guangdong. Placement of new units. New transport 62. Infantry artillery in New South Wales. And in terms of income, we have 2 income changes to note. The Carolines, which are worth 1 in this game, and Formosa. So that's going to be +2 for the Aussies and -2 for the Japanese. So Japan 27 to 25, Australia 11 to 13. Okay, so the Aussies are going to collect 13 IPCs. They saved 1 from last turn, so they'll have 14 IPCs to spend. Alright, Australian disposition of forces. C-Zone 62 transport, New South Wales infantry artillery, Queensland 2 infantry and anti-aircraft gun, C-Zone 46 fully loaded carrier with 2 fighters, cruiser, destroyer, and sub, C-Zone 33 transport, Caroline Islands artillery. Philippines infantry and mech infantry, Hainan artillery, Formosa artillery, C-Zone 20 transport, Guangdong 2 infantry, Shan State 1 infantry, and then C-Zone 39 on a French transport, 1 infantry and 1 mech infantry. In terms of the Dutch, all they have on the board are a transport in C-Zone 37, an infantry, an artillery, and an AA gun in Shan State. The French around the board have 2 infantry and an anti-aircraft in French Indochina. They do have the transport in C-Zone 39 that has the Australian pieces on it. They have an infantry in Yugoslavia with the South Africans, and up in C-Zone 110 with the British, Canadian, and American naval elements, there are 2 cruisers and 2 destroyers. So that's the end of turn 7. However, the United States has not used its spy feature yet, so it's going to give it a shot. Okay. The Americans are going to try and take the increased production from the Russians. So the way that works is they have to roll 2 dice. If one of them is a 6, then they get the Russian technology. If both of them are 6, Russia loses the technology. So we'll see what happens. Nope. So the Americans, the spy has proved largely ineffectual in this game. So the Americans did not get a chance to have anything happen with the spy. We'll roll for the spy at the beginning of turn 8. Okay. Germany, Minor Axis, and Finland are up next, but we'll roll for the spy first. So look forward to that video next.